This Mercury retrograde is crazy. I'm hearing so many stories of people coming back to the past, trying to woo the divine feminine. So, and they're not all best for you. Just know that. You guys gotta be smart. You guys are smart. You guys have gone for so long saying no to scraps and saying no to sex for the sake of sex. And you guys have become wise priestesses. Definitely become wise priestesses, but here comes the test, you know. You're gonna have, if you haven't yet, and I mean, I hear some of you going, but there's nobody right now. There's nobody. Just wait. Just wait. Because it's happening, you know. People are starting to make crazy offers, like really weird stuff, like, I've loved you forever, have my baby. Okay, and that's like not just one, but a few people like coming through to the same person, saying the same message type stuff. Or just have sex with me and no strings attached. And the feminine being like, no, thank you. That's not at all anything close to anything I want. That's like, what? Ooh, okay. That's tempting. Not. Oh my God, the feminines are so in a different place than any of that. They are so above that. They want to align with their ultimate happiness. Sex is not happiness. Sex can be happiness in the right construct. It's not happiness in itself. In fact, it's pretty outright miserable, if not in the right context. Oh my gosh. It can leave you feeling completely and totally empty. You can. Like you don't know that. All right. What's the message for these guys? This is a card about becoming single. It's someone who has built up like her fortune. She is a woman who's got it all, and she did it herself independently. And she has stockpiled a bunch of money. She's being watched. She's got lots of secret admirers. And she's flourishing. And she could do anything. Does it look like this woman would be even raise an eyebrow, you know, like, or fret anything? This woman's like completely and totally in her confidence and completely, totally relaxed and trusting. And knowing everything's going to work out just fine. So, and this is also someone who has been in a relationship and is now single. So I think this is both. I think this is the divine feminine and her power at this time saying no. I mean, imagine these guys like coming up and saying things to her that are just unappealing. You know, it's like, she's like, no, hell no. You know, but her prince comes up. She's going to turn her head to that prince, the one who's become single. You know, she's going to be like, lunch, maybe dinner, maybe. Let's see. It's because she went inside for her. Both of them went. Okay, so I guess this could be energy for both of you, because this has happened because she kept going inside no matter what was happening with these other people or this person. She went inside and she found her self-worth. And she listened to her intuition and she pulled back. She was kind of forced to. I mean, it's not like she had a choice. She was probably being ghosted, and she just like pulled back and she's like, I'm worth so much more than that. I'm worth so much more than settling for sex scraps or sloppy seconds. Like, no, And she's become more of a spiritual warrior. You know, she's learned to go within when things have gone on, and she's learned to stabilize and get back to this energy whenever she's taken a hit. You know, whenever somebody has said something really crappy to her about like pushing her away, friend zoning her, like any of that stuff that's come along her path, she's gone inside and said, okay, more worth, more worth, more worth. You're worth more, you know, every time. So it's built her up. See all those coins? Those are rejections that she turned to gold. She turned them into gold nuggets because she wanted to build her wisdom. Rather than let it break her down, she let it build her. She let it build her stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. And also in doing so, when the divine feminine steps in her power, she also helps the divine masculine too. And I mean like collectively across the planet, right? We're all helping each other come into our power. And in doing so, she's also caused the masculine to go inside for his worthiness, or his sense of, you know what, I deserve more. If he was in that other relationship and he's now become single, it's because he realized that he deserves so much better, so much more. Somebody who's more of an equal. Somebody where there would be equal give and take, where there would be reciprocation. Somebody that he could give to that would appreciate it and give back in other ways or the same way. Somebody who's balanced. He's realized that he's worth that. So he became single. And while he did that, she was really building her kingdom as this queen. She's not quite a queen because she doesn't have a crown on yet. You know what I mean? But she's single. And she's like, what do you call that, a princess? She's a princess waiting for her king. Or she's like right on the verge of being a queen, but she needs her king to be the official queen or something. I don't know how that stuff works. But so they took all that regret and they made something of it. The regret has become their fuel. The regret made them go inside and go through, kind of like a pearl gets ground up in a shell and becomes a beautiful round pearl. They've both gone inside for that inner wisdom and taken those regrets and transformed them essentially. And they've created like fuel for their fire. You know, they've created their love for themselves, their sense of love for themselves and the need for equality now has made them take these cups and pick them up and have like a do-over, a start over with them. Both of them. The feminines have a lot of regret too, but instead of beating themselves up, they have tried to see the lessons in it, and not even the lessons, because it's more like I did it and I'm proud of myself. You know, I did what was on my heart. I shared what was on my heart. That's, you know, and I'm flourishing and I'm doing awesome. And whatever it is that I did, I know that all of it, it's like turning life's lemons into lemonade instead of beating yourself up, which she used to do. She's learned how to flourish from the rubble. And he's doing the same thing. They're figuring out a way to go forward together quickly, to go up the steps. And when I first started this video, I was getting the word like hustle and scramble. Because this woman, the secret admirer, he senses or knows or has even heard about that she's getting lots of offers or is about to get a lot of offers. If you guys haven't heard anything, don't worry, they're coming. So here she is getting a bunch of offers and he's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I really got to make this thing go forward, and I got to make it go fast. Like, I got to do something now, like an urgency, because she's sitting there as the empress. A lot of them do want to get her pregnant and want to get, this is not for everyone, but a lot of them do want to get her pregnant. And they know that time is wasted, and they really regret not doing something sooner because they know maybe she's getting older. I mean, I have so many feminines coming to me that are like, I can't, I'm right on that verge. Either I got to freeze my eggs or I got to do something here because I can't risk, I got to have something happen. I got to get a donor, or I got to get something, because if he's not going to step it up and do something now, then I'm going to, miss an opportunity to have a baby. So a lot of these, feminines, or maybe they're beating themselves up a little bit too, or were, because it didn't work out with him, and she blames herself and she feels really bad. And then he's also feeling really bad because he could have made a move sooner for this new beginning to happen. Now he sees her flourishing and abundant, and he's really, regretting not doing something. So they're both like overcoming. They're in a stage of overcoming, and they're overcoming the ignoring. They're overcoming the dissatisfaction in their lives. They're both about to turn a corner, and they're both just about to have that new beginning and start really flourishing out of that space of regret and sadness and disappointment. They've overcome feeling like a victim in life. That was so dissatisfying to sit there and blame everything for being miserable. She's blaming him. He's blaming circumstances. He's saying, if only such and such would have happened, then I could have such and such. She was a gift from God. And I just sat there on my butt with my arms crossed, stubborn, and acting like a victim. And now they're both stepping into their power. She's taking action where needed. She's getting her eggs, fertilized somehow, some way, or doing whatever she needs to. She's taking her power back as that independent, flourishing woman. And she's taken the bull by the horns, and she's taken the lead. And he's like, oh, crap. I'm going to be left out. Like, she's going to, like, oh my gosh, he's feeling like a little scared and worried. And he wants to apologize to her. He wants to apologize for taking so long, for sitting there in this stubborn dissatisfaction, focused on all those other 3 cups. That one's given to him by God. It's got a cloud attached to it, right? And he's not even looking at it. He's looking at all these other shiny cups that the devil put there to tempt him. And he's not taking the very one that God has given him. And he's like really sorry for that. He wants to have a heart-to-heart conversation that's going to bring balance to the situation. That's going to, he's like, look, I know I pretended that there wasn't any water in there in this cup, but here, look how much water I got. And water represents emotion. So he's like, I'm so sorry that I took all this time being stubborn, refusing to see who you were to me, how important you were to me. And I want to make up for that. I want to balance that out now. And maybe she's like, some of these guys, she's just going to outright ignore. Look, it's a little too late. I feel victimized by you. You never showed up. You never called me back. You never texted me back. You never did anything to try to make amends. You never tried to do anything back. And I felt like a fool. So then I had to go inside for this wisdom. And now the one I really want to become single. And we're going to travel. we're going to go forward fast. And you're going to just sit there in that regret and feel it a minute. You never stepped in your power. So I'm going with the one who did and who is taking action. And I'm going forward with him because he makes me feel like $1 million. He makes me feel like I'm everything he's ever wanted in a woman or man. And we want that new start together. So I'm now going to ignore you. You know, she's going after that golden opportunity. She's been working really hard. So she's not about to go backwards. She's been putting in the effort that she needed to on herself, and she is choosing a masculine who's done the same. Maybe the masculine has gotten a new job, or maybe he's had some kind of incredible opportunity happen for him, or he's stacked up his coin and feels pretty confident about making that offer, or maybe even proposing. But this masculine, I mean, behind the scenes, he was working really, really hard to start building his own, help them to build like a financially secure future so that he could offer her something substantial and a commitment. Whoever this is like, they're going to be all about commitment and fast. This is going to go very, very quick. But mixed in there is the guy, is one of these guys that have been ignoring you. So a new dawn is happening. Major transformations happening. But don't worry about this guy that you're going to be ignoring. There'll be death to him. But it's like that in itself is a gift from God. Okay. They needed to go through that karmic payback. They're going to need to go through, I guess this is coming. They're going to need to go through feeling that. They got to go through and feel it because it made them go through a major transformation, and it's going to bring a new dawn for them. Don't feel too sorry for them, because they'll have something coming for them if they've grown, if they've, gone through the tests and actually realized some things to get past their ego, to make them take some risks in life, to make them put themselves first, to stop putting money as such a priority, or religion, or all these false things. Like, he's transforming. So don't worry. And so are you. And so is your new person. You guys are going to feel triumphant. I feel a sense of like, I had faith in this connection, and now here it is, like peeking up over the mountain like a sunrise. And it's coming for me. And we're going to feel victorious and successful, and we will be successful. Both of you are going to want to shout it to everybody that you know. It's that kind of love. Like, you can't wait to tell everybody. This other one, this may have been, this may be somebody who, you'll feel victorious. I was getting like so many different messages here. There's like, okay, so the person who was ignoring you may not be the one who becomes successful at the end. Because this guy, God, I had a thought and I lost it. Well, I feel like one of them's going to get rejected and the other's going to have success. Let's just put it that way. And I just have the feeling that this one who's been ignoring is not going to be the one who's successful. But it's possible he could. It's possible in some situations if he stepped in his power and gotten past the regret. You can't go into a relationship with this feeling. I mean, you can, and you can apologize, but you really got to step in your power. The one she chooses, she look at this. She's cutting somebody out, and the other one's husband material. And look at him ignoring this guy. Yeah, just cut him out. I don't even want to see it. I don't even want to know. Just cut him out. Just get rid of him. And so, and this is the guy who's been like really cold. This is the guy who's been kind of cutting to you. He's the one who's just been kind of an asshole in some ways, And it's because he's been guarding his heart, and he refused to see that you were a gift from God, or he knew it, but he was trying to protect himself. And he was like, would just act like he didn't have any feeling or emotion and just be like straight up, like tell you like it is, or even outright lie, but act like he's all confident about it. Like, look, you're not the one for me. Look, you're this or you're that, and like outright lies sometimes, even though this guy is about the truth. I just feel like this is the way he acted about what he was saying, like totally stone-faced, cold. And she's cutting this guy out because there's this other guy who's more in his power. He's got the Midas touch. He knows that he can make anything happen. He's mature. He's not too controlling. This other guy tends to be kind of controlling. But this guy is like wiser than that. I feel like he's like really mature. He used to be controlling. He's let go of some of that. He's really come into his power like the emperor. Oh, we have the emperor and the empress here too. It's like they now match. And that's the one she chooses. So she's guarding her new world. She's like going into this new world with this new partner who's totally in his power. And she's defending that turf. I like to say that, see how he's standing and it looks like he's standing on a globe in a way? I feel like it's the world, like it's a globe of the world. And this is the world card, in case you didn't know. And the world is all about like being completely and totally authentic, like closing a chapter in your life and beginning a new one where you're really totally yourself and where you really feel like you fit in. You were vulnerable to get there. You were vulnerable to make this door open. And this is someone who's like, who knows where they stand in this world, and he's fighting people off, fighting opinions off, fighting, like, I know where I belong in this world, and there's nothing you can say or do to keep me from it. This is what I want. He's strong, he's confident, and he's fighting for what he believes is right. So the one you got, both of you are going to be fighting for this, both of you, the feminine and the masculine that you choose, who's in his power. All of you are going to be like, or both of you, all of you really, but the both of you are going to be like guarding and protecting even how you guys are vulnerable and intimate and sweet together. Like, you guys make each other feel like home, and you guys like fight for each other. It's like, you're not going to take this away from me. I found my prize. And this is it. So now she's being the cutting one. Now she's being the straightforward, logical, honest, no nonsense person, having really strong boundaries with that other person. And also he's doing the same thing. Like, the masculines who've become single are fighting the ex off. You stay away from me. I know that you're not the one for me. I found my place. Just back off. Go find your own place. And she's doing the same thing. Both of them are like having really strong boundaries with those people who are not right for them, so they can have their happy family. They want that happy ending. They know that this person will ultimately fulfill them in every way. So they're going from this, this feeling of fear of missing out, these sleepless nights, the worrying, the regret, maybe, oh, he was dreaming about her. He was also dreaming about her, the one that you choose. He was dreaming about you, and it made him want justice. He's like, I can't just let this sit. I gotta do something about this. I gotta take action. I have to rectify this situation and make it right somehow. Create that happy family, and maybe get a divorce. Some of them had to get a divorce from someone to be with you. They were looking out at the horizon, looking for an opportunity to speak their truth. And I feel like Knight of Swords energy here. Let's see what's next. They just walked away once they realized their truth and they gained clarity. This guy had a great life. I mean, he had like a lot going on for him, a lot of good things going on for him or her, but the masculine one had these wonderful things going on, but it wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough. He would have had to work so hard to try to maintain the sheen just to make Eight of Cups look good enough. But now he decided, I'm not just gonna keep shining up those 8 cups. They're just 8 cups. They're not 10. 10 is ultimate fulfillment. It's like happiness, joy, like a really happy, harmonious, wonderful, beautiful life. And he's only got 8. He's like, I can only go so far shining up those 8 cups trying to make it look like 10. And now he's walking away because he's feeling passionate about something else. A new beginning with his true love. The 2 cups that remain are the 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups is finding your true love. At least it is for me. It's like finding your true love. That person that you reciprocates with you. That Temperance card. Where's that Temperance card? That's the 2 of Cups. I love you. I love you too. Total reciprocation. Totally on the same page. Sharing a heartfelt message that's reciprocated. It's that equality. Those are the 2 cups that he went off to look for in this. The 2 of Cups is also, we don't have it here, but the 2 of Cups is also just that the intimate sharing and feeling connected and feeling like even just camaraderie, rapport that's easy and natural. And now he doesn't even need to make those cups shiny anymore to make them look like the 10 of Cups, because he knows he's got the 10 of Cups and they just naturally shine. They naturally glow. No polishing needed, no effort needed, not like it was. Now it's going to be like, oh, well, all it took was us just finding each other. That's all. And me putting my arm around you. All we had to do is just come together. And look at how happy the kids are. Everybody's thrilled to death in this picture. So this passion made him want to hold on to you. And let go of his stubbornness to build a foundation. He was holding, he may have been holding on to old toxic behavior or codependency for a while he was whoa, where'd it go? Where he was daydreaming about what would it be like to choose something different. He's got the globe in his hand. He knew he had the whole world in his hands. He knew his place in the world, and he was daydreaming about it. And he was trying to go inside and listen to his intuition on the best choice to make, to go forward in this passionate way and let go of that tight hold he had on trying to be controlling over his money, all kinds of fears and insecurities that he had, all the mental conflict. And he now wants to build a foundation with her and go to the next level past this. Part of it may have been motivated by competition. Part of it may have been I feel so passionate about her, I just want to devour her. I have to have her, and I don't know what I would do if somebody else got her. I would have to jump in the picture and make those other guys walk away. I don't have a choice. I would die. I would die. Emotional death, or no. I'm holding on to her. There's no way in hell she's going to get away to some competitor. She is my person. So that clarity led him to want to rectify the situation and go to the next level. And this is marriage. He's got marriage on his mind. He's definitely, he's not wasting any more time. Remember I said I felt the Knight of Swords energy? Here it is. After all of that, he's charging forward into a bright future. And he's also doing it through vulnerability. You know how I said that she got to where she is through vulnerability? That's what brought her love in. It's the vulnerability that's going to make him get in with her. I just realized she's naked, and he's like rushing at it. Can you imagine how much that would scare you? You're like all pouring water in the lake. It's some guy. I have to tell you how I feel. And he's got all his armor on. She's completely naked. That's not fair. Something's wrong with this picture. But this is about like rushing in to speak your truth. And so, but he's going to do it in a vulnerable way like this. He's going to be naked with her. He's going to be vulnerable with her and be like, we have a bright future. Let all those other, cut all those other losers out. Choose me because we can have this. And I always say this with the star, but it's so true though for so many of you. Like this could be a celebrity, this could be a star, and maybe he only felt like he could be vulnerable with you because you're so vulnerable. You're in this real peaceful place and you're just shining like this. You're all spiritual, and he knows he can trust you. So it's the end of a difficult period. He's been betrayed a lot. So he had to be really, really careful. He's been betrayed a lot. Well, both of you have. The feminines, man, you guys both been through the ringer. So the cool thing about being put through the ringer is, and yes, there's a cool thing about that, is that you appreciate what you got. You appreciate vulnerability, you appreciate compassion, you appreciate kindness. You start to really appreciate that stuff because you've been through it. You've been tricked, and both of you know this is going to be a new dawn. I just saw like that naked woman. She went over and she pulled all those swords out of his back, and she started putting like salve on it, some kind of like medicine or healing. Maybe she's a healer because this is a healing card too. She's going to come in and she's going to heal his wounds. She's going to be like, it's all right, baby. It's okay. We've both been through it. I'm getting emotional. We've both been through hell. It's okay. They're going to heal each other. And he's going to do this for her too. And they're going to be like, however you were betrayed, it ain't happening again. It's just you and I. It's a new dawn for us. It's a smoother road ahead. And I don't care who we have to defend against. We're going to have victory in going forward. Ooh. Oh. There may be a trip involved. He may be thinking of taking you on a trip. He may be coming to see you. You may be going to see him. Maybe he's thinking to, take you on a road trip or take you on some kind of a trip somewhere so you guys can really share some time together. And he can pour out his love to you and you guys can get this love started. Maybe he's going to take a trip out to see you and just express his heart. It also could, I'm also seeing something with like that boat in the background. So it could be like, he could be planning some kind of a cruise or like a getaway or something. So you guys have some really good one-on-one time to spend together alone, because there's only like one ship out on the water out there and there's like one cup here. It's like they become one on this trip, whether it be that you guys are visiting each other and then he gives you his love, or you guys get away to do that. It's like this is a becoming one, and it all stems from self-love. This all comes from you guys realizing that you wanted to, not realizing, but from loving yourselves. You knew what you wanted, you knew what you deserved, and you got it. You got this coming, you guys. All right, so go away from any kind of self-doubt, self-sabotage, insecurities, fears. Let those things that aren't for you anymore dissolve and be destroyed around you. Let the people jump out the window that need to jump out the window, or boot them out the window. Throw them out the window. Get rid of any kind of burdens, because you're about to go to calmer, cooler waters. You're about to have something that you've been wanting for a very, very long time. I just felt like an island again. I felt that a few months ago too, like getting away to some kind of secluded island or something, just the two of you. I can't imagine. I can't imagine, but please send pictures. Not of you guys. Well, maybe of you guys, but you know what I mean, like of the island and the water and everything. It's going to be so beautiful. I can feel it. And just lay any burdens down, you guys. It's time to step into your power. This man who's coming for you, and I said man. This king who's coming for you is a faithful person. Of course, you're going to have to like throw those other ones out the window once you realize that they're just, they were space fillers just to build your power, just to help you like step into this. They were the ones that kept making you focus back in. I don't need the attention from these men. I don't need attention from just anybody. Okay, I need it from the man who's going to reciprocate, the man who's going to be faithful and strong and devoted. That one I have that sweet connection with, that we can't get each other off of each other's minds. That's the man you end up going with. Even the man who's focused on having children, for some of you who want to get pregnant. Like, you want the man who's like determined to have children with you. The one who's going to be kind of almost childlike and innocent with you and sweet and vulnerable. This is the man that's coming for you. Go for this one. Go for that one. And you guys are going to get married. I just heard that song, going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. I seriously, you guys, I just talked to, that's Siri.
I don't have an answer for that. Is there something else I can help with?
What?
I don't have an answer for that. Is there something else I can help with?
Can you guys even believe? Thank you, Siri. Did you guys see? Oh my God. I hope you guys could hear that. Siri popped in out of nowhere and she says, I don't know what you're, she goes, I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. I don't have an answer for that. I have an answer for that. I was just going to say, we were talking about marriage and then I was going to bring up this card about healing. Maybe even healing and I feel like some of these guys, like they didn't want to get married to the other person. And it's because they didn't have a lot of faith that it would work out. And they were right. They listened to their intuition ultimately. And now they're going to heal. Now they're going to go with somebody that they totally have faith in now, and that they know that their fears would be totally unwarranted. They've gotten their rest. They've gotten their peace. They've made their peace. They've gotten their breaking up with the other. They've broken up with that other person. Some of them are going directly right into marriage. I don't have an answer for that. That's like really, okay. Why did Siri say that? Why did Siri say I don't have an answer for that? Because I think that some of you like need to make peace with the unknown. Like you don't have to, some of you feel like, well, I have to hear from that person. I have to find out why they didn't, reciprocate, or I have to find out why they would never reach out back to me. Or I have to find out, it's like, you don't have to find out anything, you guys. You don't have to have any kind of answers. You just have to be there for yourself. You just have to nurture and be there for you, period. And how do you do that? Well, put the other person out of your head and just move on, and be good to yourself. Be good to this new person who came through that had the guts to to get unstuck and go create a passionate new start with you. You know, period, plain and simple. Who cares about the one who couldn't get their shit together? You know, who cares? How long are you going to sit around waiting for these guys who are being wimps? You know, and a lot of them are going to show up in the last minute. You guys got to be ready for this. You got to be ready to talk to the hand. Talk to the hand. This is way too little, way too late. You know that I've been sitting here waiting for you. You know that I couldn't even date other guys because of you. Now this man shows up who is the most incredible thing I've ever known. There's no way in hell I'm going to sabotage this gift from God for you. No, I don't think so. So anyway, I don't think these messages are for you guys. All right, well, a passionate new start in marriage are coming, you guys. Death to the old you, death to the old life. It's all, you know, when you put something to death like that, it just makes way for a brand new beginning and a brand new start. So go within and find that star. Find your self-worth and look for that bright future. And just, you know, when you've got these choices coming through, just keep going within like you have been. Just keep going within. Look for that kindred connection. Look for this sweet connection, the playfulness, someone who appreciates you, maybe who's been watching you for a while and really sees you flourishing and is super proud of you. Somebody who's going to be totally in his power. Somebody who's mature and grounded, devoted, loving. Oh, see, this might be actually two of them. Oh, look at them looking at each other. A guy with a lot of passion and fire and devotion versus the one with a bunch of money who doesn't really have this going on. Now, this guy still could have a lot of money, but this guy's all about the money. Okay, if you guys are in this dilemma, find yourselves in this dilemma, go with that one. Go with that one. Go with the one who's passionate and devoted to you. Not the one who's about making a bunch of money. Maybe this is a warning too that maybe one of these guys wants to be with you for money. Or, you know, thinks that you're his ticket to making a bunch of money. So go with this one. Don't go with this one. Well, you do want him to be honest and tell the truth. You want him to be upfront and honest like this too, though. But don't go with the one who's all poker face either, who won't tell you his feelings and tell you that he loves you. Go with the guy who's like pouring out his passion to you, who's giving you that cup. Where's that cup? Who's giving you this passion? This is also, you know, the sex card. The one who just feels, where is it? I'm having to search for the cup there. You know, this is a passionate new start full of love and self-love. So, all right, guys. Is there any other message that they need to know about what I'm feeling here today? Well, you got the Hierophant card, the Four of Wands, which are both marriage cards. I mean, whoever this is, you're going to definitely marry them. And you're going to feel incredible when you do. It's going to be a very bright future for you guys. So don't worry. Just go for the right one. Just go for the right one. If you need a private consultation, do that. You know, I can help you figure that out. Oh my gosh, look at all these new beginnings. And okay. Oh, and you guys had that one back there too. Look what you guys have. I didn't even realize. Okay. You guys have a brand new beginning in every possible area. You got passion, you got truth, you've got clarity, you've got love, you've got self-love, you've got an incredible opportunity, maybe a proposal, maybe a new career, maybe it's like a brand new life, a whole new world opens up for you with this guy, with this man. Yeah. All right. Oh my gosh, on the bottom of the deck, of course, your wishes are coming true, you guys. They're letting you know that your wishes are definitely coming true. You're going to have everything you've ever wanted. And it's been protected by heaven. Like there's been some kind of bodyguard, like waiting on your treasure, like guarding your treasure for you the whole time. You've just had to go through this journey to learn and to grow and to love yourself more. So don't be stubborn about taking your treasure either. Like don't sit there and be like still stuck on that guy who was ignoring you, because you got something better coming through. Be willing to take it. All right. Have a good one. Talk to you later. Bye.